a strong part of my life now.
What, the reading glasses?
Reading glasses.
That's got to be. I can't imagine you with I can't imagine you putting on reading glasses to do anything.
Well, I only use them to read and eat pussy.
Yeah. do you put down the edge of your nose like, oh, that's a good looking pussy there.
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing worse. So like, I think it was almost, it was like before I started dating Alex, I got like a nude from a chick, and I held it away from my face. Dude, when you have to hold your phone away from your face to look, like to focus on a butt, you feel the worst. Like you just feel the age weighing down on your neck.
Well, there it is. You need reading glasses. That should be. I will
never do it.
If that was the eye chart, I feel like more men would get reading.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
if it was just like different genitals, like online, like different sizes.
Pussy, W.
I think that's a pussy,
dude. I would only
butthole or a pussy.
I would wear rec specs only if I was gonna eat pussy. I would put on goggles like a real fucking. Like an old-timey basketball player in the 80s. I got to do this.
Yeah.
Why not?
The red, white, and blue ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm doing it. I got to put on my eating glasses.
Yeah, the sound that I make when I eat pussy is do 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 do.
I'm fingering her butt and spinning her around.
I'm like making her pussy go all over my arms and shoulders, just like going from one end to the other.
I'm hanging from the bedboard upside down. I'm going full Globetrotters. It's like, yeah, it was my intention to be bad at sex in the beginning of this and then come back right at the end.
You do this thing where I eat your pussy with the back of my head.
And when I come, I just take a bucket of glitter and throw it all over. She thinks it's going to be cum, but it's really just a bucket of glitter.
She's like, oh.
It's fun. It's fun for everyone in the bedroom.
That is fun for everyone.
Yeah, it's an affordable price.
That is a good time.
Affordable ticket prices.
Ironically, worse cleanup than cum.
Oh, glitter?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I can't imagine, fucking like a clown or something like that. Because, the clown is going to do some...
You went to clown? Can't imagine
like a real clown.
Well, clowns are more confetti than glitter.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still a hard cleanup. Confetti's got to be sure it's bigger pieces.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's still sticking to everything and things you thought you got it all. It's gonna show up later. You're gonna turn on the ceiling fan. And it's gonna come. It's like fuck the goddamn confetti.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I forgot about Hozo the clown. Yeah.
Dude, it's gotta be. I don't know anybody because I know several clowns, but I can't imagine.
People be clowning. People to be clowning.
I know clowning. I know they clown hard as hell, and I can't imagine
lady clowns.
Lady clowns.
A couple lady clowns.
Lady clowns. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like I can't imagine them having like real clown sex because one of them. I remember she actually sent me nudes of her like painted up like a clown and like doing sexy shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's cool and all. But in my head, I'm like, that's just so much that's so much more of a mess that you have to clean up.
Yeah.
Like that's so much makeup on your face. There's a red nose and everything. She has the hoop pants, the big fucking, it's like, what are you talking about?
Dude, I can't stop thinking about this. I have never received or sent a nude.
I don't believe that.
100%. Well, technically, I did. That. Technically, sometimes when I'm on the road, I'll send Ansley a goofy nude.
What's a goof nude?
Like, there's no pecker. I'm like covering the pecker.
Can you put on your reading glasses when you say that? There's no pecker. There's no ball sack.
These are my more fun reading glasses too.
Oh wow, they come in a little. Dude,
I love popping these on. These are like Transformers, little pocket Transformers.
You're like Morpheus if he was in a home, dude. That's like, hold on. Let me hit the button and they explode. They just fold out like that. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you look completely different.
It's like the Flash. Like the Flash had his like suit in his ring, and he could like pop it out and jump into it. Like, I just pop these out and jump into them.
You look. I don't even know what I'd say.
You want to say sophisticated in the hands?
I don't know if that's what I want.
That's exactly what you want to say. You basically want to say.
That's like what you want me to say.
I look like a sexy, dangerous archaeologist. That's what you want to say.
A sexy, dangerous Not a lot of business for the sexy dad. What are you digging up like ancient like bones that are gonna come to life or some shit? Like, dude, sexy dangerous?
I'm translating nude scrolls.
Dude, you know the crazy thing is with nudes that so you've never
never received one, never sent one.
Wait.
And so the ones that I send will be like me like profile, so she can like look at me being dumb and naked, like from the side. They're like boudoir photos.
Are you on a bed?
I do. I have one
with your butt up in the air.
I have
just the fucking the horizon of an ass crack.
I've sent her that nude.
Wow,
that is my favorite one to send when I go to hotels. I have a couple from Vegas hotels.
Oh yeah, well
yeah.
You got to do the Vegas one.
Got it.
That's a pretty good one.
But I'm always like sheepishly covering the package.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Way to tease. Way to be. I would have never pictured you as a tease, Sidney Gantt.
Yeah, but I don't need her to be disappointed in my penis from afar. I'd rather.
Why are you sending me these things?
Yeah, it's bad enough she has to deal with it like right before it enters her.
Especially when you're putting on glasses to eat her pussy. Yeah. It's like, oh no, hold on, man.
No.
I just want to get a better look at you.
Yeah.
This pussy's grown like a weed.
We don't have enough magnification for it to matter that my penis is in the picture for her. If she tries to enlarge it, it'll get pixelated.
You can't even tell. It looks like just a Google map image search. It's like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So she's never sent you nudes either?
No. I mean, there have been times where we've been on like FaceTime. She's been away or I've been away.
Sure.
And we've been on FaceTime. And then she'll, like take the phone to the bathroom and pee while we're talking. And I'll be like, hey, before you hang it up. Before you hang up them drawers, let me get a little peek.
Get a little look.
Let me get a little peek.
Post
down, put the camera down under.
It's like,
hold
on,
second.
Just give me a second.
Let me watch it cascade.
Yeah. it's like your gutter out front, just raining down.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to clean out the gutter. Let me watch it cascade.
Just the leaky roof installment. That's fun. That's crazy. I don't know. I would send nudes to everyone I was dating all the time. Like, just
that's crazy too.
Why is that? I don't know why that's crazy. Why is that crazy?
Like, everyone you've dated has your nudes. They have your penis out there.
They sure do. I guess that's why the one dick pic went viral. I get, it's like you play with fire, you're gonna get an erect penis burnt. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, but every time, like I'm very Native American about nude pics. Like, I don't want somebody having my penis's soul.
Well, you think it's gonna?
They're stealing my penis's soul.
You have to kill all the white men to get it back.
Listen, I don't want that blood on my hands.
No, you don't need that. I guess I get it. I get it. But I also don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't care. What's the worst that could happen? What is the worst that could happen?
I mean, my kids could see it.
Sure, you've got kids.
Yeah.
You've got kids.
My mom could see it.
Your mom might already have them.
She probably has a couple dick pics from like my youth. She's probably holding on to a couple.
There's just You're on Ninja Turtle sheet. She's like, let's do the boudoir, City.
Like, Mom, that was, you can't
use that? No, I'm going to frame it.
Those are my pre-dick pics.
You frame it up. You put it. It's like, look how much he's grown over the years. It's like a growth chart, only with nudes.
That's also fair.
Seriously,
you keep like a wooden plank.
Yeah, like look at my boner graph. Look at it. It's good.
I also can't. I've tried to take a dick pic. I also can't measure my penis.
What do you mean you can't measure?
Like, every time it's hard and I put the ruler next to it, it goes. It ducks. It won't let
I don't want to do this.
Nah,
It's like when you put out a scale for a fat girl. Like, no,
don't look at this.
No, that's not what I want. You got to use the thing on your phone. There's you have an iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Okay, so there is a rular thing on that.
There's
you can just.
no way my penis is letting that happen. My penis is gonna react like a spider as soon as it feels the like the phone ions coming at it. It's gonna flee. It's gonna hide in the shadows.
I don't like this, Sidney. I don't like what you're doing. Or you know what you could do? Also, this is way more. Okay, to trick your penis.
You think I can trick my dick?
I think you could trick it.
Right.
I think you could trick it. What you do?
I have a very clever dick.
I don't know if it's this clever,
dude. It's like Anne Frank.
All right.
You can't find it. like these Nazi cameras.
I don't want to find your dick's diary. I don't want to find your dick's sad diary. I think what you do is then fine. If your dick's that smart, walk around for like a while naked, but with a pen. Just like with a piece of with a pen.
Mm-hmm.
But then before that, like, the marker board that's over there.
Yeah.
Put the marker board over here, and then turn out this top light. So then it's just the light shining this way, and then get a boner and then trace the silhouette on the marker board.
I mean, that's kind of cooking the books because the silhouette is a little plumper.
If you
so my penis might be down with that.
I'm just saying.
My penis might be down.
You move as close as you can to get like what you think is the right way, and then you have it on the board. Then you have it on the board, and then you can measure it that way. I think it's foolproof.
Yeah, I don't think society needs record of my penis. I think my penis is going to be a blip in the timeline.
No,
like in and out.
That's how you want it to be. You want your penis to be an anonymous thing.
Yeah.
You don't want your penis talked about after it's gone.
No.
Which is wild. This is wild. It's wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, I can't control the talk about it.
You can't. So what you can do is it's called spin control. You show them the best version of it. You don't have your penis in trouble or looking terrible.
Yeah.
You know, you put out the best version of your penis, you know? That's what you do.
Yeah, I've tried. I just can't get the best version of it.
That's why
the best version of my penis is very camera shy. It's also ruler shy.
I'm ruler shy. I'm sorry, babe. I can't measure it.
My penis is like,
shy.
What is that, metric? Nah.
Metric. Americans will do anything to it. I need inches, motherfucker. Yeah, you gotta. I was trying to figure out how much my dick weighed once. That was a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to like.
That's the fourth dimension of penises.
It's just the weight.
The weight.
Yeah, dude. It's and it's hard to do because like I guess you can measure the weight of like a flaccid penis because it'll just lay on a digital scale.
Mm-hmm.
But then a hard penis, you're like, I wonder how much that weighs, and it's like you can't really do it.
Yeah.
It's like you have to like lean sideways and let it like lay on the scale, and then even then you're getting botched numbers.
Yes.
And it is a crazy thing to have a digital scale that you were just using to weigh your penis.
That's kind of crazy.
Yes, that is a crazy
move
thing.
the weed off of it with your.
It's wild that like I remember I bought it on Amazon during the pandemic. Yeah. And then I was like, I just have a digital scale. Like, what do you do with that? I'm like, I'll just weigh in my nuts.
Yeah, I don't know how far I would have to push the scale into my body. I would have to get like a scale that I can like fit between my legs.
Well, you get one of those little small ones, the little guys, and then you get. What I did is I stacked a bunch of books I don't read, and then I I straddled it, and then like leaned down and just had that weight on there. It's not impossible, but it is retarded.
Yeah,
it's not impossible, but it's the stupidest thing. Like it was one of those things where I kept thinking like that I had a bunch of books stacked in my living room, and I'm weighing my nuts, and I was like, what if I died right now? Like, like there was a part of me is like, what if something happened where like a stray bullet came through the wall, or like the ceiling fan fell on my head, and then it'd come in and be like, well, he was naked with a bunch of books stacked in a digital scale. Yeah. Like they would be trying to figure out what had happened. It's like when that old thing about the guy who dies and he's hung, but there's a bunch of water on the ground. It's like he stood on the ice cube. Yeah. They'd be trying to unpack it for years. Like, what is the mystery of this?
You can also solve the mystery of like how much your penis's soul weighs, like the displacement. Like 0.69 grams. Like when you die, your penis loses 0.69 grams.
These are measurements I don't want to know. I believe my penis doesn't have a soul. I think my penis is soulless. I think there's no soul in that pole. You just kind of like, it kind of does what it needs to do, and I'm in control of it. But then again, my penis, it's like having another life, but like not. It's almost like having a retarded, like a highly retarded person attached to you.
That I can't disagree with.
That's
for sure the
that's
case.
exactly what it is.
But I also think all of my soul is in my penis.
You think?
I think that's where it chills.
You think that's where your soul
chills?
I
only have a soul pole.
I don't know, dude. I want to. I like, that's the thing. I guess I could get behind that. I could be like, yeah, all my soul rests in my penis, but like, then I'd be very. Then I have more questions. Like, man, my soul is fucked up.
Your soul's probably fucked up, but I would also argue that the most spiritual experiences that I have on a regular basis are from coming.
Do you now, when you come, do you have like the whole like, oh, like your whole? You come with your whole body?
I do come with my whole body, but it's unfortunately silent.
Oh, you're a silent.
Yeah, I pray silently.
It's very respectful come. Yeah. A very solemn and respectful come.
Yeah, on my knees.
facing west. My penis doesn't eat after the midnight.
No.
It's definitely
fast.
It's
on a fast.
You're respecting Commodom.
Yes.
Very orthodox cum. That's great. I mean, I would never say I'm a loud cummer. I'm like a, oh fuck. I'm one of those guys. I say, oh fuck.
Like you spilled a glass of water on your laptop.
Like something's gonna happen. Like I'm losing control of a car.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Dude, it's definitely like, oh no.
I'm hydroplaning.
We're going over this. We're hitting the median, man. It is a very like last words in a black box plane going down. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Dude, there should be that I would do. Like I would have a collection of my cum responses. And you can play it at my funeral.
Oh fuck!
Oh, my bad.
Not yet. No.
Sorry.
Stop! Not like that. Oh,
I didn't think this was gonna happen so quick. Oh, my bad.
Maybe next time.
I'm not coming. You're coming. I'm not coming. You're coming.
Having your cum noises recorded would be the craziest. That's even more crazy than having a dick silhouette on a marker board. That's even crazier than that.
I don't know if we can really have those two things compete. I think those are equally crazy things. I think having a penis silhouette on a dry erase board. That's crazy. That's
just crazy, dude. That is a crazy thing. Like it would be. I knew a dude who. That was the thing when I was in middle school. There was a dude who had like a graph of like his dick hard, and I remember thinking like it's either the best idea in the world or the dumbest idea in the world, and it was, dude, that idea gets in a boy's mind and festers. Like,
yeah.
I was like, that's gay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if I need to get graph paper. Dude, I was like, that's gay because you're doing it on line college ruled paper.
Yeah, I need to get the x-axis and the y-axis.
I need an Excel sheet, dude. I need something.
Yeah, I've never even done any public dick tricks. Like definitely private, like between just me and the lady. Dick tricks. Like nobody knows what my dick can do.
Oh man.
You know, like other than, the person I've been with for 25 years. And I've only broken out some of the circusry like in the last, 5 or 6 years.
Wow. That's so she's even seeing stuff she never knew about. You're just keeping her guessing. Huh?
Yeah. Open it up. You gotta like you can't throw out all the dick tricks up front.
I've got something else up my foreskin for you. Just when you thought you've seen it all, baby. You're just pulling scarves out of it like, woo. I've got so many dick tricks.
Nothing up my foreskin. Crazy.
You're all pulling it like a nothing here.
Take a look.
A nothing here.
Put on your reading glasses. Look at my foreskin.
Is this your dick? Pull my penis. Oop. Show it to everyone. Don't let me see it. Yeah,
I mean, like we had people. I remember like when we went on our senior class trip to Florida, there was somebody. He was from my track team, but he was just like also a senior. Yeah. But he was showing everybody how his dick could be a towel rack. he was towel racking.
Oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie, right?
Oldie but a goodie. I think that's the first trick you learn. That's the first trick in the magician book. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like, take a towel and rest it on your erect penis.
Yeah, that's sleight of dick.
It's misdirection.
Misdirection.
Classic misdirection. I think that's the first thing you do. I think like if you can, I remember that was another thing during the pandemic, during the pandemic, you're just doing whatever. I wanted to see how many. Maybe you weren't. Sorry.
You were doing experiments with your dick?
People by themselves were doing whatever.
You're like, listen, we got all this time. I'm going to get to know my dick.
Yeah, I'm going to see how strong it is. I put like 2 towels on it.
Yeah.
While I was just seeing how much.
Like folded? Did you have them folded?
No, I had them draped. Okay. Had them draped. For some reason, I thought the draped would be heavier.
Like I thought like a dick ghost.
Yeah, I thought. I definitely was like, because I had one hanging from him, like, oh, cool. I was like, let me see if I can get another one on there. And then I got 2 in a washcloth.
Okay.
Which I thought was pretty good.
Did it go down?
It definitely went down. But like if I revved the engine, it would definitely go up.
So I mean, like, do you go to failure? Like, because you don't know your max.
So here's the thing. I didn't want to strain my penis. Like the worst. That's another thing that came into my head was like, okay, if I'm testing my dick strength, like. I've seen too many videos of people like, and I'm doing a whole like fucking squat of like 400 pounds. Yeah. Never did it before, and then watching their spine bust out of their back. Dude, I did not want to strain my penis.
You got to protect your dick's lumbar.
My lumbar system. I did not want to break it. And I was concerned. Like, this is.
But you don't know your max. Do you like? Does your dick even bench, bro?
No, dude. I just have PRs, dude. I just have PR. I do not have like goals. I just have like, that's a new personal best for me.
Yeah,
that's all I can do. And then I think I did the one. There was a thing on Facebook I saw, and it was like crazy. I was like, wow, I can't believe they posted it on Facebook. It was like dudes, like it was just in an algorithm because some chick, I can't remember what it was. It was from like one of the Philadelphia pages, posted a picture of like a dude who sent her like a nude and was like, look at this fucking asshole who sent me this. And it wasn't a nude. It was he was in boxer briefs, but he had like a boner and he was like resting like body wash on it.
Okay.
So just seeing like he could just
like lengthwise?
No. It was like to the side. Across. It was like a shelf.
Okay. Oh, he shelved it.
And I wanted to see it. I was like, what a gross piece of shit.
Yeah.
I bet I could do that.
So he just proven that his penis is load bearing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and that's like, in my head, wouldn't a chick want a load bearing penis, especially like a bigger chick? If she was like, oh, there's no way your dick could handle, this density, and he's like, no, I have a whole bottle of body wash.
Speaking of density. You want to see how much water my dick can displace? Give me a coffee mug.
It's going over the sides.
Yeah. Fill that coffee mug all the way up with water.
We're measuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the things that I saw people, and I was just, you get bored, and you want to see, like, I remember trying to see if I could, like, I remember getting butter toffee cashews. Mm-hmm. Like I would get bags of them from like GoPuff, and then I would put one on my dick and like pull my dick to the side and see how far I could launch it.
Yeah? Do you get good distance?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd do it like 5 or 6 times, like just to see, and then every time it would hit the floor, I would do it. I try to remember exactly where it hit the floor so I could like mark that. Mm-hmm. But really, what I ended up doing, I was like, I would mark just like the way it rolled. So some.
Oh, you're counting the roll.
Yeah, it was impossible to count the. Like if I did it,
that's not USA Track and Field certified.
So what
you have to track where it.
It was sack and certified, dude. It's sack and field, dude. I was
sack and field.
I would need somebody else there to like mark the thing. I didn't have that technology.
That's fair. You do need officials.
I didn't have any officials. I had
you
no
need
linesmen.
Sack and field certified officials.
I had none of them. I was just like, again, going for personal records, personal bests, trying to keep myself from, being completely bored.
So one of the other things that is because listen, I don't hate my pecker.
This sounds like you hate him.
No, I don't hate my pecker.
I don't hate him, man.
I don't hate my pecker.
He's got some views maybe I don't agree with, but I hate him.
Don't get it started on the Jews, for sure.
He will lose his mind
for sure.
Look, he grew up in a bad neighborhood and it affected him. He had an experience, was unsavory.
He grew up with a single mother.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Yeah.
He used words that maybe are not kosher now, but you know what? Back then it was okay.
Yeah. Yes, my pecker has some scandalous perspectives on Palestine, for sure. For sure. But also my pecker just doesn't want to see little kids get hurt.
No, he's trying to be good. He's doing the best he can with what he's got right now.
It's straddling both sides here.
He wants no war, but he also doesn't want them in the neighborhood. It's a different thing for him.
So no, I don't hate my pecker, but I feel like you can contextualize a photo, and that context can adjust your perception of its size.
What?
Right? Because listen, I will say this: my pecker, my pecker gets me so hard, makes me say, "Oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me."
You're too legit to legit, dude.
Yes. Yeah. My MC Hammer is a little.
Yeah, that's all right.
I feel like it's both bigger and smaller than you would think.
All right. I get what you're saying.
Right. So I feel like.
So you're either are you a shower or a grower? I guess that's really what it comes down to.
I'm in between.
You're in between.
I'm in between of a shower and a grower.
Gotcha.
And I feel like your
dick's just standing on business every time.
You know what I mean? It's like my dick is like, this is what I am.
Accept
Love me or leave me.
Accept me.
Yeah.
Your dick just wants acceptance.
It just wants to be understood.
It's got very body positive attitudes. I didn't know your dick was a plus size woman.
Yeah, let's not disrespect Short King, says my penis.
Come on.
Short Kings need love too.
I can't change the way I was born, okay? I was born this way.
Yeah.
I'm one of God's creatures. Let it go.
So I feel like if somebody hates me, they could be like, look at this little dick motherfucker. And people be like, and people's eyes would adjust, their perspective would adjust.
They put on their glasses.
And it's like, I guess that is a little dick.
Wow, what a little dick guy.
Right? And then I feel like that same picture, you could be like, oh my God, look what Sidney's working with. And they'd be like, he is working with a little something there.
It's like, who do you believe? What's going on in the media? The media. It's like, if your dick was on MSNBC, they'd be saying one thing. And
I have a Fox News dick.
Fox News.
I have a Fox News dick for sure.
I definitely have an OAN dick.
Oh my God.
They celebrate my dick on these networks, man. Do not let CNN get a hold of a picture of my penis.
Don't. It's like not that BBC.
They will tear my dick apart.
Yeah, it's the other BBC.
My dick, it'll be the most unflattering picture of my penis. It's like nobody needs that. That's why you got to make every dick pic the best one.
I don't even know how. I've never taken a dick pic, so I don't have the experience to be able to make adjustments to make it.
I think really what it is just like, I would say natural light's the best way to go.
Okay.
In my experience, natural light.
I would use the natural light that's in my pants. It's a dark. Yeah, it'd
There's
be
just
like
a glow coming out of the hole.
blurry.
It's like, what is that? Your dick constantly looks like Sasquatch. Someone's trying to take a picture of. Yeah, dude.
It's like, why didn't that famous cryptozoologist have a better light source for that?
Seriously, it's wild too. I remember, like, friends of mine. They would talk about dating dudes on like Tinder or Bumble or talking to these fucking guys, and they'd get dick pics. And my one friend like showed me, like, she's like, look at this dick pic. And I'm like, that is crazy that you would send that out. Like, in my head, I was like, that's just a crazy. And I don't know if guys know if their dick looks weird or not. I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
I don't know if guys really know.
I will say that my dick is handsome.
Well, again, you sound like you sound like a parent of like a very misunderstood child. You're like, my dick maybe feels this way, but he's a good-looking boy.
He's a good-looking boy.
Let him go.
He's a good-looking boy. He's handsome. Nothing out of place. Symmetrical.
Good for him. You know? Good for him. That's
very, very. How do I say? Very sophisticated posture.
He doesn't have scoliosis at all. No hunch in that dick.
He's a stand-up guy.
Good for him.
He's got a little hunch. He's got a little hunch.
Oh, he's got a little. He's got a back.
He's like overachieving. It's crazy because he's not being measured, but he's like standing up as if he was being measured. Like when you're trying to like get a little taller for the.
Your dick shaped like it just lit a gas stove. That's too much gas on there. Yeah, I get you. All right, that's good. I mean, I think the thing is, though, if you're gonna take a dick pic, you use natural light, and you just, I guess, don't try. I think a lot of people, I guess, get caught up with how hard they got to try to do it.
Yeah, maybe that's what's taken.
I think that's really what it is with you, man.
That's probably why my dick's going flaccid. Yeah, because I'm waiting for the smoke machine to kick up.
You're trying to get
the strobe light.
You're trying to get
like a laser light
lasers behind it. Like it's Michael Jackson and awful. Like, what is that? Yeah, it's Michael Jackson, The Rock With You video just behind it. Like, it's like, that's a good-looking dancing dick.
That could be the problem.
That could be. I think you're putting too much. I think you're
putting stage momming my dick.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like, you better get out there and tap dance. You better do the number just to be practiced.
You're living through your dick vicariously. I never had this. I wish I had the support I've given you. That is very true. I dance mom my dick sometimes.
Dance mom my dick. Yeah. You better get out there and perform.
I try. Dude, I see my dick performing.
Yeah, you're like on the side.
I'm doing all the dances. I'm like, I'm just trying to get them hyped, dude.
No, you're doing the ending number too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when she flips out, I just take like a fucking belt, like, no, hanging testicles. Just going full mommy dearest on my penis. Trying to keep my penis walking straight and narrow. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to do when you're trying to get your penis the best looking. Because I guess in a penis beauty contest, I wouldn't even know what I would rank in a penis beauty contest. I have no idea. Because I also know, I mean, to harken back, like there's a part in Chappelle's show where he's talking about like he wouldn't be able to pick his dick out of his own dick out of a lineup. Like if I saw my flaccid penis in a lineup of other dicks, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could deduce. I'm like, there's no way it's that one. But like, really, I'd be like, I don't know which.
I wouldn't even want that. I feel like I would be in a situation where I would see my penis, not knowing that it was my penis, and be like, I hope that's not my penis.
Yeah. Oh.
I would hate that feeling.
So it's like when you get a call in the middle of the night and they say they found your penis. You have to go identify your penis. It's a phone call no man wants to get. Cops show up the door like, Mr. Gantt, we're sorry, but we may have found your penis. You're like, no.
I'm like, oh no.
No!
I just spoke to it.
He said he was just going to be out at a party. Yeah, he was experimenting with some glitter and some confetti, and he started dancing, going for a new personal best record of launching a cashew across the room, and it just got a little too confident. We actually took an outline. It's on a marker board.
Oh my God, dude! The chalk outline of my penis.
Your penis.
No, thank you, dude. I'd be like using my foot to like erase it. Like no, we can't. No.
No. And then it's your final cum sound you record. No, fuck, no.
Not the chalk outline. Yeah.
Just picturing someone pull the fucking blanket back. You're like, that's him.
Yeah.
That's my penis.
That's my penis, man.
Wow,
dude, I mean,
control.
like, although, listen, I will say this. I do acknowledge, though, that there could be a lot more hesitation in the world of vag pics.
There's hesitation in the world of vag.
Yeah, because I feel like there's some unruly vages.
I mean, we've seen them.
Yeah.
Seen them.
Yeah.
They are some. I will say this though, like I would say, vagina has like it's like a plant where it all has its own personality.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like as wild as it could, unless it's like very, very, very bad. Mm-hmm. Like with like, stuff just going on that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think all vaginas are pretty top notch. There's only been one that I've seen where I was like, you actually probably should get that looked at.
Yeah, but that's our perspective.
Sure.
I'm talking about the
the ladies.
Because like I feel like a lot of ladies are really insecure about the aesthetics of their vagina.
I think maybe now, maybe they were, but I'd say now there's so much support. There's so much undying support for just women's vagina being like, it's unique and it's you.
Yeah.
And then don't be ashamed of it. As we're like,
girl,
oh, look at that.
That is fierce. You got a fierce vagina.
That's exactly what a brave, fierce vagina. Nobody. Yeah. I don't know if I want a fierce vagina, but I would if I had to.
But see, I mean, and again, this is coming from the perspective of somebody that's not receiving nudes.
Sure.
Like I don't have a variety of different. Like I don't have a history of nudes. Man. From regular people, to be like, see, like people are very confident putting these vaginas out there.
Some people are. I mean, it's just like, and I would say there are other times, some people aren't. But I guess I can't really speak to, what ladies go through thinking, because I think women put more thought into their nudes. I think that's really what it is. That's like, fair. I think chicks put way more thought into it, which is great, but it also does. Like guys don't care.
So what are the aesthetically? What is the and I'm talking about like cinematography. What is like the best nude you've ever received? Like as far as effort.
The best nude. Oh well, see there was a couple times where you could tell that like they were stock nudes. You know what I mean? Like they had taken these nudes at one point in time where like that's
it's not getting any better than
like
this.
This
is the pinnacle.
It's got J.J. Abrams lens flares in the background. It looks fucking good.
Okay.
There was one.
You get a lot of black and whites.
Yeah, I've gotten some artsy ones too.
Yeah,
and that even the black and whites one.
Pussy Noir.
You can. That was your stage name, actually. Even the black and white ones, you're like, wow, that's like really artsy lighting, and you could tell like they thought like. They probably walked in a living room and saw the way that like their plants were like casting shit. Like, oh, this is I have to take a nude picture right now.
Okay.
But yeah, those are always good, and just there are some where you're like, wow, I can't believe you really went out of your way to take a picture of your butthole like that.
Oh wow, you get butthole pics too?
Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have to request those, or do people?
Some just send them. Some just send, man. If you're like on a dating app and then things are going whatever and you're texting whatever and you're like, oh, send me some nudes, like you'll go back and forth, and like really it's almost like you're playing nude chicken.
Yeah.
Because like guys can only go one way. Like there's only one thing you're gonna see, and that's either my erect penis or my semi-erect penis. That's all you're gonna see.
Yeah.
As where women got like. You got boobs, and then you got your butthole, and then you got your butt in general, and then you got your puss, and then you got your side, your thighs and your puss, and then they have so much more at their disposal Like guys don't.
There's like a lot more of the female body is enticing,
without a doubt,
than the male body.
The guy.
Most of the male body is offensive.
Yeah, without. I would say,
including the.
I would say 90% of it is, dude. It's not like a good, like, I don't know, like, because I know that's the thing about nudes too. I remember there was a chick who was like, I am my head. I've never sent an unsolicited dick pic. I've never sent one. I've never been like, who needs to see my penis?
Yeah,
this person right now.
They have to be consensual.
But that's the thing. They have to be consensual only on one end.
What do you mean?
A woman, if my girlfriend sent me like, or
yeah, for sure.
If any lady, nobody cares.
I mean, maybe a butthole pic. You got to give me a little disclaimer.
No.
Just like it doesn't even have to be much. Just give me a couple exclamation marks.
What? Just
let me
warning.
Know. Yeah, let me know.
It's 3 exclamation marks and a donut. Yeah. It's like, yo, you're gonna see some butthole.
Yeah, let me know that I can take my readers off. Yeah, I'm not gonna need my readers for this.
No, I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna see everything I need to see right now.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole thing is like. I remember this one chick I was talking to. She's like, "Yeah, I got an unsolicited dick pic," and I was like, "Oh, that sucks." I was like, who? She's like, yeah. It's like, what goes through a guy's head? And she was like almost asking me like I was going to have an answer.
Yeah.
But I don't have an answer because I've never done it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, I don't really. That's a great question. In my head, sending an unsolicited nude now as a man, that's a one-way ticket to getting yourself in so much more hot water. As where like a woman sending an unsolicited nude, yeah, maybe it looks bad, but no one's day is ruined. No one's day is ruined. I know people who have I've had coworkers who've been like, yeah, my whole morning was fucked up because some guy sent me like a dick pic.
Dude, an unsolicited dick pic is like a SWAT team going to the wrong apartment.
Straight up. It's just like it
busting
ruined.
Down the door of the wrong apartment. There's a family in there playing Scrabble with each other.
You're zip tied up and you got to look at a fucking just veiny wiener. Yeah. It can fuck your whole day up. And that's why, like, unless that's the guy's game, unless that's his whole game, is like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ruin this person's day with my weird penis.
Yeah, but surprise penis is just like, it's a little, like, it's jarring.
Yeah. I don't like it'd be like if I got an unsolicited dick pic, my day would be ruined. Even if it was my dick sent back to me. Like even if it was my dick pic sent.
You got to return to sender.
Dude, seriously.
You didn't have the right postage on that
dick. Insufficient postage. Dude, if a woman sent, like if I got a nude of myself, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? And then I'd be like, oh wait, maybe that's my dick. It would fuck my day up. It would fuck my day up.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like nobody wants, I think the whole thing is with boners, unless you're ready to see a boner, then you're ready to see a boner. But as we're like boobs, like anything could happen. Mm-hmm. And that's seeing boobs or ass isn't going to make my day worse. It's not going to be like, you know what? So it's raining out. Bullshit. And then I'm walking up the street and I got splashed by a car. Horrible. And then out of nowhere, I get a fucking titty pic from fucking blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? I've had enough.
Yeah.
I just feel like at least that whole story would be like, yeah, it's raining. That was stupid. I got splashed by a car. Horse shit. Now I'm soaking wet. But then, silver lining. I look at my phone. I have a titty pic.
Yeah.
As where you change that to a lady, she's like, and then out of nowhere, a fucking weird dick comes across my screen.
Yeah, it could be. It's the opposite. She was having a great day.
Yeah,
until that happened. Yeah, no. I for sure. If I open up my phone right now and my wife sent me a pic of her tits in a bra.
Yeah,
doesn't even need to be.
Yeah, you'd be like
complete tits. It's just like, or just like not even the cleavage, but like the part between like the neck and right before the cleavage starts, that would be enough. little shoulder in there.
You do have a very orthodox dick, dude. Little ankle, just a little bit of a old timey ankle in there,
dude. I just from the neck, just get a little neck.
Wow, just neck,
a little neck.
Wow.
I
don't think I've ever requested neck pics before. I don't think I've ever gotten neck pics. I've never gotten like just a chin to here. I've never gotten one of those.
I get predominantly neck pics. Let me see that. Let me get a profile of that neck.
What do you got there? I got some really hot neck pics of my wife.
Yeah, you want to see my nape? Let me see the nape.
Yeah, let me see the
turn that neck around.
That, where you suck it in and there's like that little like V. That's what I want.
Yeah, throw that neck back.
Are you sweaty? Send me a sweaty neck pic.
Dude, let me get some of that neck.
Ooh, I like putting my face on that neck. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying neck pics aren't. Yeah,
dude, you've never motorboated a neck.
I don't think I've ever said, "Yo, put that neck in my face." I don't think I've ever said that. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying if I was in the situation, I'd be like, "Yo, I'm just happy to be here. This sucks." I'd be like, "Yo, this is awesome."
I think I'm gonna start motorboating Ainsley's neck.
Dude, you do it. Just to confuse her. Yeah. You're like, "What's that about?" I'm like, "I just love that neck."
It's like my forehead's like hitting her chin.
They'd be like, "Are you a vampire?" Sorry, I'm getting a little worked up.
I want to suck your neck.
Oh, you know how it is, girl.
Yeah.
Show up with a cape. You could fucking just make a whole fucking thing about
it. Dude, if women find vampires so sexy.
Which blows my mind too. Look.
I might vamp on that neck.
Which
would be crazy if vampires, instead of them sucking your neck, they motorboat it.
It would be awesome to do. And I'm not telling
I already agree with it.
I'm not telling you to do it, but I would want to see how far you could take it.
All right.
How do you think you could convince your family that you were a vampire? I think. And you'd have to play it so cool. Like you'd have to like start out subtly, maybe complain about how sunny it is one day, and then like only go out to the garage at night. Like try to be only around. Like you'd have to do it right. But do you think you could convince your family that you are a vampire?
Maybe not a full maybe like a daywalker. No. I might be able to convince my family that I am Blade.
Maybe.
Dude, I had the haircut for it.
I'm 75% there, dude.
I also have like a very little graying in my hair.
I see it.
There's graying. If you get close up on it.
Yeah.
But my hair is so jet black that it's hard to see the grays from a distance. But if you get close up on it, you're like...
I'm trying to think
of... This guy's got confetti in his hair.
He's been fucking clowns. He's been fucking clowns. Sure. I'm trying to think like if you could find a way to like... Oh, man. That would be... Because it's funny. Like, it's one thing to like if I were to do it because I only have like a girlfriend and like all my friends would be...
I only have a girlfriend.
No, I think it's just like the kids... like just convincing your whole family. Because like your son and your daughters would have like... They would run wild with it. And then maybe tell your wife like, Dad's doing some weird stuff. And then she'd be like... Sydney, what are you doing? Like, what are they talking about? They're just kids.
Yeah, but so I don't know if I told you. So my kids are they're not going to believe anything. That even if Ainsley came on board with me and tried to help me convince the kids I was a vampire, they don't trust us in that regard anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, like in like those types of stories and fables, right? So Ainsley, she fucked it up for all of us. Because she was telling them a lie that I wasn't on board. She didn't have me on board with it. Oh. And she would just talk to them about it every now and again when she was putting them in bed. Gotcha. And she just kept it up for, let's see, my son is 12 now. Last summer, at the end of last summer, is when the truth came out. Oh no. So, and he had been getting told this story forever.
Now, is it like a common lie parents tell their kids, or is it?
I would hope not. I would hope
so
not.
Not in the vein of like Tooth Fairy, not Easter Bunny, not Santa Claus.
It's closer to vampire. It's if I was in on this and I didn't ruin it.
Yeah.
This story would help back the idea that I'm a vampire.
Okay. So what did she?
So she told the kids that when they were born,
I already love it.
right?
already great.
Instead of the doctor snipping the umbilical cord with scissors,
You bit it off?
I bit it off.
Oh man. And they believed that.
And yes, they
why
believed
wouldn't why wouldn't they?
I mean, they have this weird interracial mom and dad.
It's right there.
Yeah,
It's right there.
We're a little bit of a weird family.
Yeah.
So it tracked. It made sense. I didn't know she was telling them this for years.
Oh wow.
They had never heard any other. As far as their birth was concerned, anytime she talked about them being born, that was part of the lore.
Wow.
And I had no idea. So for over a decade, she's been telling this to my son. And my girls have been hearing this their whole entire lives as well. And I forget what it was. There was some food that I didn't want to eat. I said it looked gross. and one of my daughters was like, "That looks gross, but you can bite the umbilical cord." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, how do you even know what an umbilical cord is?" I would have been like
classic woman just saying whatever the fuck. She's like, "Of course." Classic lady always like, "You already started with this shit."
Yeah, it was jarring.
Yeah.
It was like, why are you
what does that
saying
even
that
mean?
about me? You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Is this some sort of like young people?
Yeah. Oh man, I
don't know about. Yeah. You know, like when all of a sudden eating hot dogs was glizzies.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Totally.
Now we can't eat hot dogs anymore.
Like, what?
Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so what is this like? Is umbilical cord now?
You're
like
pulling
pasta?
out your phone, looking up Urban Dictionary, like fighting the umbilical cord.
This?
What is it?
So I get into it with them, and they're like, "Yeah, when we were born, Mom said you bit off the umbilical cord for all of us, and kept some of it to cook later."
Your wife just pulled this out of her ass?
Yeah, she said she accused me of going a sashimi style, raw, getting that raw umbilical cord, and then saving some to cook later, like unagi.
Wild. Why now? Why did she do that? Did she ever give an explanation of why she said to her children? Now, and also, how did it get brought up of you cutting an umbilical cord or biting one in the first place?
You mean to the kids?
To the kids.
Because anytime she would tell them about their birth or she would talk about like having them,
okay,
she would throw that in there.
What a wild. I don't think my mom's ever talked about my birth. I don't think my mom has ever talked about she talked about the day I was born.
Yeah.
But like the birthing process and the cord and all that stuff, I don't think I was ever told.
I mean,
about
and that's pretty much what it was. It would be like
interracial couples are weird, man.
Yeah,
you guys are fucking.
Yeah, we're a strange bunch, man. That's why I don't hang out with them.
Dude.
I don't hang out with other interracial couples.
You're the only ones I know.
Lucky you.
You're the only ones I want to know, dude.
It is a strange bunch.
Wow. Man. I'm trying to think like that, but that is so. I guess that's a fun little like lie to tell your kids, like, you know.
Yeah. So her excuse, her reasoning, and I quote, "I was just having a good time." It's just girls having fun.
Hey.
Girls just want to have fun.
You know, that's just a good Josh. You know, that's a good Josh in time. Just telling your kids, like, yeah, and your dad, like, you know, bit off the umbilical cord and then swallowed some of it and then took a little bit home to eat later. Now get out of here and go play.
Go play.
Get out of here and go play. Just remember, he ate some of you. Just remember, he might do it again. Yeah. I remember, it's funny you say the taking home and eating thing. So I remember there was a kid I went to high school with who he found out, and like it almost ruined his relationship with his like mom because he was just like, they never told him about it, But like when he found out about it, he's like, that is the weirdest thing. And nothing, like, not saying this kid was like, super straight laced, but he was just pretty much a normal guy. But he found out that his mom fried up his placenta and then ate it. And he was like,
I heard about that.
Dude, this kid was like mortified. It was like he came to school. It was almost like he received a dick pic. Yeah. The way he came to school, he was just like, I was having a pretty good morning. And then I found out because they were talking about it. And the reason he found out about it was his mom was watching some stupid like lady talk show. Yeah. Either The View or something else, some kind of morning show. And they were talking about like the trend of eating placenta. Mm-hmm. And she was like, she's like, I can't believe they're talking like this is a new thing. This is like a thing people have been doing this.
I've been on that.
And he was like, what are you doing? She's like, I've eaten your placenta and I ate your sister's too. Yeah. And he was like, what?
Well, see, this is tough because these are I'm assuming this is a white gentleman.
Yes.
Right? And that's tough because when you find out that your mom ate your placenta, that also categorizes just what type of white people you are. Sure. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's if you can go without your kid knowing what type of the race that they are for as long as possible, that's good parenting.
Yeah.
That's tough when you find that out before you leave high school.
You're just like such a hippie, weird fucking astrological family.
Yeah, you get like, I feel like you're lucky if you find out in college, like after you start kind of establishing like a new world order for your family's legacy, and you're like, whoa, we were those type of white people.
Well, that was the craziest thing about, I think what not hurt him, but like really threw him for a loop. His dad was a CEO of like an investment firm. Like they weren't like granola hippie fucking weirdos. They weren't anything like that. And that was like his mom was a dental hygienist. Yeah. Like it was like everything they did was pretty much like, upper middle class, blue collar, like, just living life, they're living the suburban dream. So then very tongue in cheek, she's like, oh yeah, I've eaten your placenta. Mm-hmm. It was almost like finding out that your parents are vampires. You're like, what is this?
Tough. That is like to have your family's deep dark secret be that you're hippies.
Oh, like, I know. Like I couldn't imagine, dude.
Yeah.
Not just hippies, like eating. Like, look, I'm not trying to knock anybody who's eaten their child's placenta. What I can say is, why are you doing it? Like, what is the point of doing it? Because I've heard, did you now when your children were born, did you put them on your bare chest like that new thing? Yeah. So like, from what I remember, that's like a fairly new. Like, I'm not saying that's a new thing, but it was like a new trend that was coming around.
The idea of it being mainstream. Is new. Yes. Like that used to be something that you only knew when you had kids.
Yeah.
But now it's mainstream.
Because I remember there was a picture of like, I think my dad holding me, but he was wearing like full blown like the yellow
suit. I don't want to get this kid on me. I don't want him bonding with me.
My dad was actually just dressed like the Philly fanatic. He's like, I don't know, dude. I wore the nicest thing I had here.
He just shot you out of a t-shirt cannon. Back to your mom.
All right, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to the dealership. So I'm dancing out there for a little bit. I'll be back at the end of the day. We got a baby now. Don't eat that placenta. But yeah, I think the putting the kid on your bare chest, like that's a new, more popular thing now. But like the thing that was what was crazy, because like we were in our senior year of high school. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's when the resurgence of like people talking about like new age old things that like, people do. And I remember hearing about it on of all places, on the fucking Howard Stern show. So when he said that his mom ate his placenta, I was like, oh, that's just like, they only bring crazy people on who do that. Yeah. Because I remember they brought in some couple who was like, yeah, I ate my son's placenta and my daughter's placenta. And it was like, they were just these weird borderline culty people. Mm-hmm. So like when he found out his like mom did that, he was like, what type of life did you live before I was even alive? Yeah. Like what kind of things are you doing? And do
you have any idea of how long they were together before they had kids?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was the same age as me. So like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say like maybe his parents. I mean, they were also the same. I think his mom was like around the same age as mine. So like, if his mom was the same age as my mom, that means he was born when his mom was like 22 years old.
Okay.
So like, who knows how long they had been dating before?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't really know. I don't really know.
Because that's tough. That's when you get into like, oh my God, you guys had a culture before I got here.
Yeah.
You know, because like Ansley and I were together before my son was born. We were together for 13 years.
Man, that's a whole son.
Do you know what I mean?
Son worth of years,
dude. It's like, and I always have to tell my kids too when about stuff. It's like, dude, you guys just got here. like me,
no decision making.
Yeah, me and your mom.
We outrank you so much.
You just showed up. We had a pre-established culture before you got here.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Like you ruined naked time.
Letting your kids know how many things they ruined is so funny, dude.
Yeah,
dude. Even to hark on that, I remember also when I started dating. So I started dating a chick right out of high school, and her aunt, she had a cousin who, like, again, very nice lady, but her aunt had this like small book of everything that her cousin did when she was a shitty kid.
Yeah.
Just so, like, you know, when she grows up, she's like, I just want to let you know, like, yeah, I do love you, but you fucked like, look how many things you made a nightmare for people. It was like a wild thing to even keep a log of.
I mean, dude, the spontaneous sex that we used to have.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to say to my kid, like, dude, it's like, we don't have any of the furniture.
Yeah. We had to get rid of it.
We had to
because it was all fucked up.
It was all
literally fucked up.
It was all fucked on.
It was fucked on.
Yeah.
We fucked there. That would be a crazy thing to find out.
Dude, the amount of places where I used to bend your mom over. As a matter of fact, the amount of places where your mom used to bend me over. You see that entertainment center?
You ever wonder why there's a crack in that entertainment center? That's because my elbow was on it.
Yeah.
Trying to, like, brace myself.
Yo, your mom can't control her thrust.
She's out of control.
Yeah.
There's a reason she's a champion.
Yeah, we call her a thrust demon.
You ever wonder why I walk with a limp, kids?
Yeah,
because of mom.
Your thrust lord mom.
She took it to me one day and I couldn't get off.
Yeah.
She was going to make sure she was going to come. Yeah, that's got to be a wild thing to know about. Like, yeah, you guys had a whole different thing, and then your kids show up, and I can only imagine it changes. Like, did it change, like, day one?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, because, again, that's long enough. I don't care who you are. 13 years is too long of habits to break.
Those are ingrained. Yeah.
You might think you're changing for the kids, but then you kind of start to realize later on, it's like, no, we kind of just brought them into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's why they say, weirdly enough, that's why they say to have kids younger in the relationship. Is so you grow with the kid, like you grow with them as a person with the children.
Yeah.
That's why they're like, yeah, it's always good to have kids younger. Because, like, you're still figuring yourself out, and you also, like, you all homogenize together to become, like, almost like a hive brain. But if you've been together for 13 years, you're like, yeah, we fuck on every piece of furniture here.
Yeah.
And now you showed up, and I can't even fuck on this recliner anymore.
When my kids were born, we made them sign waivers. This is what you've been born into.
Yeah, it's a bunch of NDAs. Like, you can't. Don't ever talk about this.
Oh,
shit.
dude, we have some NDAs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have any familial NDAs, you're not a close family.
I guess
you have to have some NDAs.
You don't talk about it.
Yeah.
On the outside.
Yeah, because like
that might be a vampire.
Some of the stuff we just can't have them talking. I just can't have you guys talking about this out in public because I'm not there to defend it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because listen, and also you get to partake in it, right? but you can't talk about it.
You start telling everybody about this.
Can't be telling.
Everything's over.
Right? So
we got a good thing running here.
Like my kids can curse at home.
Oh, yeah.
They can't curse
out in the real world.
If they even get caught once by a teacher or something,
over.
It's like, no, you can't curse at home. And that has been the one thing that they have been like, well, I'm not losing that privilege.
Yeah.
They are hardcore. Not only that, my son, one time, so he's in 7th grade now. Yeah. When he was in 4th grade, he snitched on a kid for cursing.
Whoa.
And I had to explain to him, it's like, dude, you can curse at home. You can't snitch on kids at school. It was funny
if he was just like, look, I'm trying to protect myself.
Yeah, so much. Once he got started, I wanted to get started. I couldn't have him in
It's like, you know what? Like, I'm just trying to make myself seem like I would never curse outside. Yeah. Like, I don't even curse at home. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So that's what I had to explain to him. I was like, dude, these kids, they probably don't get to curse at home.
No.
So this is them get to like experience, because until you start cursing, you think that they're bad words.
Sure.
And that bad things are going to happen to you if you say them, and you need to learn that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Right? And also, we make a lot of very racist jokes at home.
Sure. You got it.
I mean, they're more fun with an interracial couple.
Yeah. They're the best. Yeah. I can only imagine to be a fucking borderline bigotrous fly on that wall to watch you guys just go crazy.
Yeah.
Just like, wow. This is great.
Yeah, those flies are just like...
Can you believe the fuck they're saying? Actually, you just hear a bunch of nervous laughter flies like, yeah, that's crazy. This is crazy. Whoa, I know what you're talking. Whoa, he said it again. Did not think that was going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But I think, your son snitching on somebody for cursing is so like, I thought that was like the one thing kids don't tell on other kids for. I thought that was like the biggest agreement in the world of kiddom. Is like, you see something dangerous happening, maybe. Yeah. You see a fight happening where someone's totally beaten the fuck up. But cursing, that's like the gold. That's the thing, man.
I come up with new theories behind why he did it all the time.
Yeah.
And my latest theory is that this kid was cursing. My son loves to curse. He knew he couldn't curse with him, but he wanted to be part of it. He wanted to include himself in the cursing somehow.
Oh, man. That's such a...
He needed his fingerprints on the curse.
It was 1 degree of separation.
Yeah.
It's like, I was there.
I needed to feel the heat of the curse.
I was actually getting an itch scratched. Yeah. And then I went home and I just screamed the F word in my pillow. I just went home and was screaming it in. Man, that is a great way.
Dude, I don't know what screaming the F word into a pillow, why it made me think this, but have you ever received a nude pic from someone, from a lady obviously, that made you jealous?
Jealous of what?
I mean, open-ended, like jealous of what it made you jealous of. Like, for one, okay, let me start here, because... So I did the Zach and Miko's Morning Zoo the other day.
Yeah.
And Karen Feehan was the other guest.
Yeah.
And she came in, maybe she was like working out or something, or just about to go work out.
Sure.
She was wearing a sweatshirt. She took the sweatshirt off, and she was just wearing a sports bra, right? And in that moment, instead of me like ogling her cleavage pump, instantly I was just jealous that I don't have a body part that attractive.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess I do. In a way, like I've been. I don't think I was ever like, I wish I wish I had lady parts.
Well,
I don't think I was ever like, what? I wish I was a woman.
Did you ever just wish your dick had cleavage to show? Do you know what I mean?
Balls in a push-up bra.
Yeah, or like,
yeah, I guess
any kind of like you could like wear V-neck underwear.
I mean, they have that, dude.
They do
have that, dude. There's like, I've seen underwear that like it's like just top dick underwear. It is very weird.
My whole dick would pop out that.
Your dick just looks like it's in a fucking 311 cover band.
Do you remember those old school door stoppers that you would hit them that they go? That would be my dick popping out of there. It'd have like tension.
That's so funny, dude. No, I will say it wasn't. The only thing I was ever I wasn't like jealous of a body part. And it wasn't even a nude.
Mm-hmm.
It was a chick I was fooling around with, like when I first moved to Philadelphia, and she sent me. She was like, she taught spin, which I also did not know what that was when that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? I honestly thought it was just chicks spinning in a room. When she was like, yeah,
it's not far off. I feel like if you assume anything that chicks are doing is just them spinning in a room,
dude,
you're pretty close.
I really,
you're almost nailing it.
I was just like, she's like, yeah, I teach spin. And at no point in time did I say spin. I was like, oh, okay. And like, I just was like, wow, that's weird that they have class. I was like, yeah, I guess yoga's crazy. Women spinning in a room, sure. And then I found out that
yoga's crazy.
Dude, I was just like,
yeah, it's probably good for the hips.
Dude, I honestly was everything about it was like, oh yeah. I just pictured a room with like mats down and women in like, workout clothes just kind of like spinning like dumb.
Yeah, because women fall down a lot, so that probably helps.
Yeah, dude, I was just like, they're trying.
They gotta
to just become in tune with themselves. Like, I thought it was really hippie bullshit.
Yeah, get their equilibrium right.
Dude, I wasn't even taking practicality into this. I was taking like, it's just like a spiritual thing. Like, that's all. Dude,
looking up at the moon.
Just looking, dude. That's exactly what I thought.
Well, it helps them with their periods.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, women could tell me anything women are doing, and I'd be like, oh my god, yeah,
for sure,
yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't be like, what's that? I'd be like, because if I found out, if someone was like, yeah, I teach spin, and then if I asked, what's that, and they would be like, oh, we get on like, bicycles and we bicycle. I'm like, oh, why wouldn't you just call it bicycle? What the fuck are you calling it spin for? Like, my brain would have too many like breaking down what the fuck is the reason you're doing.
So before you go into this, so when at college, spinning was a thing, and that was like a frat house dance party, and they would call it spinning.
Is that just spinning?
Well, what I learned, I thought I was going to go in there and see a bunch of white people spinning around the same way you thought the ladies were spinning.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. Because in my mind, it was like, oh, well, white people can't dance, so they probably just probably just spin the DMX.
Dude, you're not far off.
Right?
I mean, if someone was like, yo, we're having a dance party, we're spinning over here, I'd be like, yeah, so you're just spinning in this circle. All right. Yeah.
And then when you're young and black, it's like everything that you don't know can always be filed under white people be crazy.
Sure.
And it's
white people also do the same thing. Right. just to let you know. Just to let you know, white people have been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, we get it.
Black people be crazy.
Black people be crazy.
That's actually written in Latin above my doorway at my parents' house. It's been there.
Yo, these crackers crazy.
They just crazy.
Yeah. So, but it's they call it spinning because like the DJ's spinning records.
Oh,
right. Although there were no, it was just a CD.
Sure.
Or not. By then, it was probably like a
iPad,
Napster.
Oh, yeah. Just hitting.
Yeah, just a playlist.
Gotcha.
Right. But yeah, so this chick is teaching spin.
So she's teaching spin, and again, I didn't know what it was, and it wasn't until she took a picture of she sent me a picture someone took of her teaching the spin class.
Gotcha.
And she was like on a stationary bike, didn't go anywhere, and she's like. The picture was amazing. It was like I guess it was for a website or whatever.
Gotcha.
The thing it was, whatever company.
A promo pic.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
So she's like glistening sweat.
Yeah. Is she up off the seat?
No. She's straight down, but like she has her back like arched. Like she's really.
Yeah. She's throwing it back on that bike,
dude. And I was like, I am jealous of a bicycle seat. Like, and that was the craziest thing. I don't think the picture was trying to be sexy because they were like, we're going to put this on a website. And she was, I'm not going to lie, very sweaty. Like you could see like the sweat line in the back of her sports bra. And then this is what I was like, oh my God, that's so hot. The back of her yoga pants had that little line of sweat down like the butt crack.
Oh yeah, it did.
And I was like, that's retarded.
Yeah, it did.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And she sent me this picture like, yo, they're actually going to, I'm like pretty pumped. They're using this because I've been teaching this class. And I was like, I think I even said like, I am very jealous of that. bicycle seat. She's like, come on, and laughed about it. I'm like, I'm not even trying to lie here.
Dude, could you imagine seeing an ass so sick that you're like, man, I wish I could be her farts?
Dude, I remember one of the best asses I've ever seen in my life, and it was so good that, like, you know how, like, you see something, it's almost like you're like, I know what I saw. You know, like, you explain it. You explain it to somebody, and they're like, yeah, you did not.
Yeah,
and you're like, no, I'm telling you, like, your whole life changes. It's like, I knew it. Everyone thinks I'm a liar, man.
Yeah,
and then one person comes forward.
You
like,
saw the Loch Ness ass.
Yeah, dude. And one person's like, I was there.
Yeah,
I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and dude,
and nobody believes that guy.
No, because he's crazy.
Yeah,
he actually eats just placentas of kids that aren't even his. He's crazy.
You want placenta Paul? Nobody believes placenta Paul.
Oh yeah, you're hanging out with that jackaloon? I was like, he's the only one who believes me. But dude, we were at the Spring City pool.
Mm-hmm.
I was in 7th, maybe 8th grade. Not a very, like, busy day.
Yeah.
And there was one lifeguard. Like, she was kind of new, but no one ever, like, they're always sitting down. And, like, if they ever got off the chair, before they got off, they would wrap, like, a fucking, like, sweatshirt around their, like, waist and get down. Which, within good reason, I understand. Like, there's a bunch of creeps everywhere. And this chick had the most good reason.
Yeah.
So she gets down and, like, she goes to fucking, you know, the snack bar, and, like, there's, like, maybe 4 or 5 of us. My buddies just hanging out. We're all just being dicks. We're, like, in 8th grade, just cannonballing off of nothing and just causing problems and being assholes. And then they get up and go to the parking lot because, like, they're talking about getting, like, beer later to go to, like, a party or something. So I'm just sitting there, like, in the pool still. The lifeguard comes back, and she goes to there's a lifeguard stand by the diving board, and there's one on the other end of the pool. She doesn't go to the diving board one. She goes to the other end, which is, like, pretty much right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladder, for whatever reason, isn't on the back of the lifeguard stand. It's on the side.
Gotcha.
So as she's coming, I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, she was very attractive. Mm-hmm. So I just moved to where I'm like, even if she doesn't take that, like, you know, sweatshirt off, I'll still see, like, she got really great neck. You know,
that neck profile.
She's got a really good lifeguard neck. But I was like, just swimming. I was like, she still looks hot.
Yeah.
She went to the ladder, and she took off the fucking sweatshirt. Dude, I don't know what had happened from sitting or going to the fucking snack bar. Her suit was, like, wedged up her ass. Mm-hmm. And her ass, dude, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just a perfect, like, crazy heart-shaped ass. Mm. And I remember being like, oh my God, I did the thing where I was like, anybody else seeing this?
Yeah.
This is fucking wild. And then she climbed up and she saw that I was, like, looking at her, and she didn't like go like, oh, come on. She was just like, like, you saw it. Like, I kind of protect this for everybody. Yeah. Like, I didn't know
the free show.
I didn't notice you were still in the pool, and I was like, oh, my black box. Fuck. I was like, oh fuck. Dude, I just was like, what the fuck? So my buddies come back, and I'm, like, out, like, there's, like, a small pavilion. I'm like, guys, you fucking missed it. Like, the lifeguard, dude, I saw her ass. I'm like, get the fuck, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it's the most perfect. I was like, wait till she and I did that thing where I was like, wait till she gets up. Because she's got, like, she sat down without the thing. She'll get up.
Somebody start drowning right now.
Dude, I was honestly, like, one of those things where I wanted to pull, like, a Sandlot. It was like, I'll show you guys. I'll show you.
Because I almost want to know, like, does she use her ass as a flotation device?
You have to hold on. Dude, I would love to see if I was, like, you know, drowned. I would be like, if she was about to do mouth to mouth, like, do ass to mouth.
She just threw her ass in
she
there.
Just squatted down and, like,
just started twerking.
I honestly, face. Dude, you know how, like, people have, like, they have those those bracelets that say they're diabetic.
Yeah.
If I'd have one that said like, if I'm ever drowning and it's like I'm going to die, just squat your butt over.
Squat, please twerk on my face.
I was like, if there's a chick there, just squat her butt on my face. Just so everyone who witnesses it is like, what is happening?
Mouth resuscitation is crazy.
Dude, and like, what's the worst that could happen? I die? Whatever. I wake up. Everyone's like, she saved a man with her ass, dude.
Well, he died doing what he loved.
It win-win.
Yeah.
So I convinced, I was like, dude, you guys got to see it.
Yeah.
You guys got to see this. And we sat at the pavilion. Like, we like just sat hanging out. She didn't get up. And then it wasn't until like, 2 hours had passed. And like, we would get in the pool and get out. And we're like, dude, it's going to fucking. And she's sitting there just putting sunscreen on, like fucking just looking at some stupid magazine. No, dude, nothing. Nothing is going on. And then finally, we're like, my buddy Eric's like, yo, I'm getting the fuck out. Like, this is beat. Like, let's go here.
Yeah.
So we leave. And I'm still like, dude, it's the best ass you've ever seen. And then was like, dude, whatever. We don't give a fuck. And there's no way it can be good as like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And then I like stop and I'm like, I'm just going to go get some fucking bullshit from the snack bar. I go back in and I'm getting like, I think a Nutty Buddy or some kind of bullshit ice cream. Dude, I was ready to.
My buddy is nutty right now. Thinking about that ass.
I just ice creamed in my pants. But I get something and like, I kind of like said something to myself. I was like, man, my friends are so stupid. And this kid who was working there wasn't that much older than us. He's like, he's like, you guys spent forever. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Like, oh, we were like swimming. And I was like, yeah, I also like, what's up with that lifeguard? Knowing one, she's probably older than me, out of my league. I was like, what's that lifeguard's name? She's like, oh, Krista? I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's a sexy name. Krista.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, she's pretty amazing. He's like, that ass. And I was dude, I was like, this guy knows. I was like, that's all the conversation. I was like, it's incredible, right? He's like, it's out of control. Yeah. Dude, it was like that one thing is like, I know what you saw because I saw it too. Yeah. I was there. It was, it was the best ass. One of top 10
okay,
asses.
That's good.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Top 10.
There was another ass I remember that was also crazy. Another swimsuit related ass. Mm-hmm. My girlfriend's cousin's friend. My girlfriend at the time, she had a pool. Yeah. She also had a slide that went into the pool, which was like fucking pretty clutch. Her friend brought her cousin brought her friend. And again, amazing looking, just beautiful girl. Mm-hmm. And like, but she would like, this is like, they're all kind of like goth. So they all dressed in very non-flattering clothing.
A goth when a goth chick exposes a sick body, that is the holy grail.
Dude, my girlfriend at the time was like kind of like a goth chick, and she had a great body.
Yeah.
But like, they all dressed in like very non-flattering at all.
You know what's crazy about that? Because like, that is the holy grail for like white sick body.
Yeah.
The holy grail for black sick body is almost the opposite. It's like that super churchy chick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, when you find out what that when you Dude, finally get to see that
you're blown away.
It's like, good Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord has a blessed me.
Dude, she shows up and they're all like, dude, she's wearing the fucking baggy ass pants with all like fucking hanging suspenders and chains and shit, and she's wearing this huge System of a Down t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and she was pretty, but I was like, all right, whatever. And I just kind of figured, her cousin at the time, she's fairly bigger,
okay,
but like not out of control, but like bigger than my girlfriend at the time. And honestly, when she showed up with her friend, they both kind of looked the same size because of like what she was wearing.
Oh, wow.
Like, honestly, she looked like if David Byrne was a goth with the big suit on, like from fucking Talking Heads. She looked like that.
Okay, David Byrne
from Talking Heads.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put my readers on and look that up.
You're gonna have David Byrne. There's a he was in the Talking Heads. He was one of his famous outfits was a very ill-fitting, huge suit.
Okay.
It was anyway for other white people listening. For other white people listening, so she shows up. She's wearing like again ill-fitting clothing, and she comes back to the patio, and we're all talking, and then
this guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, like that.
Yeah,
dude. You're just kind of like really confused. You're like, okay. So then we get to talks about swimming, and her cousin's like, I don't really want to go swimming. But then her friend was like, oh my God, is that a slide? Like a pool with a slide? And we're like, yeah, it's great. She's like, oh my God, can we go swimming? And she's like, yeah. He's like, and then my girlfriend was like, you guys can borrow a suit. Keep in mind, her cousin didn't have a suit. She's like, you can borrow one of my suits if you want. And I was like, kind of looking at her, I was like, there's no way she's going to fit in that. Dude.
She filled it out.
She broke it. Dude. I remember she gave her a bathing suit, and I'm like in the pool, and I'm like swimming in like cut off shorts because I don't give a shit.
Of course.
And she comes out, and I'm like, what the absolute fuck is happening here? And like my girlfriend at the time, she was like, Jesus Christ, I did not. Even she was like,
yeah,
wow, that is.
Did she have like pale white skin?
Dude, marker board.
Okay.
Like she was very like, and I don't know, like you could tell like when she was in the sun, she was definitely just like kind of getting tan already because like she just, whatever she does in her day to day, she don't go out in the sun very much.
Yeah, she a vampire.
So she gets on the slide. Like that was the first thing she did. She's like, I'm going up the slide.
Dude, for a goth chick, the first thing she does is whimsical.
Dude, she's just like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, she gets on the slide and like you could tell she was like, I don't know if she's ever been on a slide before.
She's probably never had fun before.
It's been so much crying for years.
First time having fun.
Dude, so she gets on the top of the slide and like she sits down and like the slide isn't steep, but it does have one of those like curves. Mm-hmm. So she starts sliding, but I guess she leans back, dude. Her legs go towards her head. And then she is coming down the slide with just her ass, like just so ass first.
Yeah.
And she hits the water and no shit, she like bounces off the water with her ass like a skipping stone. Holy shit. Dude, and she hit and then flopped down. She's like, oh my God, I got to do that again. And we were like, oh,
yeah, you do.
Having fun. Dude, she gets out of the pool like on the ladder. And then she like gets out, she slips. Like, dude, it was like watching like a deer learn how to walk.
Yeah.
Like she was just like so excited that she didn't know what she was doing. She slipped on the top of the ladder and fell down. So then her legs were on the ladder still and her body flopped over the top and was just, the suit was crammed again so far up her ass that everyone was just like,
yeah.
Like, dude, the light hit it and it was so pale that it was like blinding everybody.
Yeah.
But again, dude, just like, wow, that is just an epic ass. Epic ass.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I feel like I grew up in the track world.
Yeah, you.
So I was constantly around.
I can only imagine
sick butts and like the they basically wear bathing suit bottoms.
Yeah, I know.
So it was very.
I've been asked to leave several track meets.
Yeah, I could see us asking you to leave.
I can't show up to any sporting events. I just be like, yo, I'm just here to support. It's track meet. What? I can't be here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like my top 10 asses, but it's like they're all kind of just like lumped in.
Yeah,
in the track world.
I get it. Like there's so many, especially like, dude, I've been on dates with chicks who like played lacrosse. I've been on dates with chicks who played volleyball, like field hockey, all those like crazy sports. You're like, they're kind of built like boxes, and then you see, dude, they're like their asses are so crazy.
Yeah, the anomaly asses though are the ones that.
Oh yeah, like where you didn't think was gonna happen.
Like the out of nowhere.
Yeah,
sick body out of nowhere. Nuts. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah, it is. It is always surprising. And then there are times I remember there would be times where I'd be either out on a date or you meet somebody and you're hooking up. And like, again, they're wearing like weird, like unflattering clothing where like they doesn't even look like they have an ass.
Yeah.
and then the pants come down. And you're like, where was that?
Yeah,
the whole time.
So I was like kind of seeing this girl one time in college, and we went to like somewhere in Massachusetts for a weekend or a break, spring break or something. I forget what it was, but maybe it was over the summer, and we were staying at this other person's place. A bunch of us were all staying there, and I had like my homeboy from Pottstown came with me.
Straight up.
And so I was hooking up with this one chick, and there were other people there, and we were all hanging out by a fire talking, and I used the word gay as a description for something.
Sure.
Right? And this girl flipped out on me. And now, I mean, basically party ruined. Like this little by the fire ruined because of she wouldn't let it go, and I'm not conceding, and it became a whole thing, right? Now I hate this chick. We're here for.
You should have just been like, yeah, you're right, and just got on. You should have just. Why would you do that,
dude? But also, the chick that I was with liked that I wasn't backing down to her.
All right.
Later on, that fueled a hookup. So I did feel good about
win-win,
that.
sure.
That was a win-win. But it did fuck up the atmosphere of the fire.
Yeah. You screwed everything up.
I could have absolutely de-escalated it, but I will still say that she screwed everything up.
All I said was gay.
Yeah, but she was being so. It was like the precursor to woke being triggered shit.
Oh,
because
yeah.
She was being hyper offended for
the other people.
And she's
nobody
an advocate. Nobody there was gay. She wasn't gay.
She just didn't want to hear it.
She was just being a hardcore advocate, and she needed like when she went back to tell this story to her group, it needed to be authentic. So she was living it so it could be authentic for later.
Yeah.
So I hate this chick now. And again, we're here for 2 more days. And on the last day, we did something. There was like a lake out back of the house, and we all were doing stuff by the lake. And, she was wearing regular clothes, like bathing suit underneath. She took her stuff off out there, and, dude, her body was so sick. I was just like, well, I don't hate her anymore. She's now cool in my book. Even though she probably still hates me, maybe even more now.
Dude, that's always the craziest thing. It is crazy when you're like, man, that person sucks, but god damn
man, what about it?
You can't even deny it. It's like if you'd be great if you just couldn't talk.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like you don't want to feel like I think that really does go a long way. Like there have been times where I've met people that are just gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And then they start talking and you're like, man, I'd have to be deaf.
Yeah.
Like I not that you'd have to either you have to be mute or I have to be deaf for me to even entertain being around you.
Yeah.
This is like I can only look at you. Like I can't hear anything about you or anything you're saying.
I mean, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I'm not claiming I'm some prize.
Sure. Like, I know what you mean.
Like I'm a little bit of a acquired taste.
Dude, you don't. You can't even measure your penis, Sidney.
I am the liver and onions of people.
Often sent back.
Yeah.
Only certain people really enjoy it.
Wait, well, you is this not what you ordered? Like, yeah, it's what I ordered. I just didn't think it was going to be.
I read the ingredients, but I was not thinking.
I read the ingredients. I just didn't think about what they would all taste like together.
You know what's crazy? It looks good in TV. It looks good in movies and on TV, but then you get it and you're like,
I understand why it's on the menu.
No, it's authentic.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I get why other people would like it.
You know what? Actually, I am going to eat it. You know what?
Yeah, bring it back.
You know what? I'm sorry. Whoever made it, I bet they're doing, you know what? I bet it's good. I bet it's good.
And 25 years later is why Ansley's still with. That's how she was like, you know what? I ordered it. I'll eat it. I'll keep it. I'm sorry. She doesn't like to send stuff back. She's very, very nervous in restaurants. She's a very polite
You know
lady.
what? She makes decisions and you live with them.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
All right.
I get it.
I mean, if that's his penis, that's his penis. I would love to be able to show it to you for proof, but you can't get a good picture of this thing.
No, I'm not saying this isn't what it is. I'm just saying the picture is different. The picture on this menu. I'm not saying that's not what it is. What I'm saying, the picture on this menu is the lighting's off.
Yeah, it told a very different story.
This is picture. A very different thing.
Very different.
Low calorie, though. I appreciate that it's low cal.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely complements my diet. But
I'm actually gonna order some chicken fingers after this.
Yeah, after we leave this restaurant, I'm gonna go to a diner.
Definitely, can we stop somewhere else? No, I'm gonna eat it. But it's just like I'm still probably going to be hungry.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be hungry.
Was that enough food for you? Okay.
All right.
No. Now what sucks is now I feel fat.
Yeah. I mean, if you're okay with those portions. Yeah.
This is very European. This is very. What is this?
Very Europeanist.
I did not think it was going to be this small of a portion. It's not.
I mean, but I also admit it's also bigger than I thought it was going to be at the same time.
Oh, shit.
We did it, right?
We did it. We did it. We declared fun definitely on dick pics, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we went into asses and just eating placenta.
Yeah, I think it all spawned off of dick pics.
Without a doubt. It was a very good way to wrap it back up at the end.
Yeah. And dude, that's the beauty of this podcast. The way that so much gets sparked off of this one thing that we land on.
It's very good.
And we had no idea what we're going to land on.
No, I did not know.
That's crazy.
I did not know that that's the way it was going to go. I thought if we were starting out with dick pics, it was just going to go. I actually have no idea. It was a very left field,
right? Because I didn't even think it was going to be dick pics when we started off. I was like, okay, so this will lead us to what we're going to.
You know what I thought it was going to be is when you sent me that infographic about India having shit everywhere.
Yes. It was a shit pic.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I was anticipating just tons of fecal facts. Maybe next week.
Next week.
We will definitely get into that.
Yeah, but for a first episode, I think that's good. I think that gives people a semblance. And again, we did not introduce the podcast in the front.
No, but this has been World War Fun.
This is World War Fun, baby.
With Sidney Gantt, Ryan Shader, thank you for joining us here.